Next. Good afternoon, all, once again.
Hi Naveen, good afternoon.
Very good afternoon. Let me. Any questions from last topic, last session? So we just saw the introduction part of SAP. What is SAP? What is ERP? The flow of ERP, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, Naveen.
Okay. So let's continue with that. I'll just again start with. See, so our course, everybody knows that SAP FICO on ECC. We are going to continue on ECC and as well as on S4HANA. Right? So what is SAP? Last week we discussed. It's a systems, applications, applications
Products.
and products in data processing, correct? So we discussed what is systems, what are applications. So total systems, you know that number of systems. SAP is capable to communicate with not only one system, it is able to communicate with a number of systems, number of different softwares, right? And applications, what do you mean applications? Different departments, different modules. So SAP is having how many modules? 36 different modules it is having, like FI, CO, MM, SD, PI, PP, like that. 36 different modules are there, right? It will support 36 different departments. No any other software supports those many departments. And products, it supports to any sort of business, any sort of organization. So from pin to aeroplane, any product it will support. And we saw what is data processing, whatever data we receive from different system, different applications, different products, it will process and it will give the output, accurate output. Clear? So this is about SAP, and we saw that ERP. What is ERP stands for? What is ERP? What is ERP? What is ERP? It's a enterprise.
Enterprise resource planning.
Enterprise is nothing but your business, organization, or whatever it is. Enterprise resources. It's not resource and planning. Clear? So we saw how it's going to function, how the different ERP, there are number of ERPs are there. SAP is one of the ERP. SAP is one of the ERP. So here we are going to talk something about SAP ERP on ECC, and we are going to talk, as I said, that S4HANA. Today we will see this. See, we are going to cover these two things in this particular, whatever duration is there. We are going to see in depth of SAP ECC, ERP on ECC, and S4HANA. So the latest version, the latest product, you can call it as a product, is S4HANA product. So till 2028-30. So whatever clients are there, they are going to work on ECC only. Slowly they migrate from ECC to HANA version. ECC to HANA version. So here, to learn SAP S4HANA, we need to have a hands-on knowledge on ECC is mandatory. Without having a knowledge on this, we can't work on S4HANA part. Clear? So that's the reason in this particular course, what is the prerequisite for this particular course, in the sense prerequisites is nothing but basic of accounting knowledge, basic of financial accounting knowledge. For FI part, and for CO part, we need to have cost accounting knowledge, and management accounting knowledge. These are the prerequisites. Okay, for this particular, if somebody wants to only S4HANA, then what is the prerequisite? Apart from this, SAP ERP on ECC will also be a prerequisite for them. If somebody wants to learn directly S4HANA, they should have a good knowledge on ECC. Clear? So that's the reason majority people will not have this particular knowledge on ECC. So that's the reason we are trying to cover in-depth of ECC and as well as in-depth of S4HANA complete end to end in this particular course. That's the reason our course duration is a little more, and same time we are going to cover in-depth of financial accounting, cost and management accounting also. Wherever, whatever requirement industry require, everything we are going to cover in this particular course. Clear? So foundation we are going to learn in SAP on ECC. Okay. So till 2000, initially, whatever company is using, client is using S4HANA, but most of the questions you are going to get an interview on ECC part itself. In ECC. So they will just check, they will ask the differences between ECC versus S4HANA. Because majority, as I said, that if I take Fortune 500 companies, out of that only 25% companies are migrated from ECC to S4HANA. Not all the companies migrated, even though it is introduced in the year 2015. Clear? So SAP has given deadline till 2020-28. Earlier, because of pandemic, it was extended. Earlier, it was 2025 only. Because of pandemic, it has given extension till 2028. Okay, so till 2028, SAP is going to provide a free support. Okay, and if some reasons, if companies are not able to migrate till 2028, again another 2 years extra it has given SAP Global till 2030, but that 2 years will be chargeable. Till 2028, migration is completely free. Clear? After that, also if companies is not able to migrate from ECC to S4HANA, then 2030 till 2030, it's on chargeable basis. If till 2030, if companies are not able to give, then SAP ECC will not be there. 100% companies has to migrate from ECC to S4HANA. Is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So here, let's see today. So there are 3 things will be there. One is front-end system. In SAP, what is the back-end system? Back-end system and database. Okay. Whatever front-end system means nothing but your screens, right? Your screens. We call it as this is presentation layer. Presentation layer. And this is considered as an application layer. And we call it as an database layer. See here. What are the 3 layers in any system? In the sense, there will be 3 layers. One is front-end system is presentation layer, nothing but your screen. For example, if you take your mobile phone, right? Whatever screen you will have a presentation layer. And what is application layer in your system? What is an application layer? If it is Android phone or iOS phone, what would be the application layers in your phones? See, for example, if you want to download something, WhatsApp, for example, you purchase a new iPhone or any Android phone. So if you want
Play Store.
Play Store or App Store, clear? So
Yes.
are the application layers. Clear? Earlier, there was no application layer. Everything we need to store in a memory card. Earlier, there was no Play Store and App Stores. So we need to store everything in a memory card and we need to insert in our mobile phones. So we have only the presentation layer and a database layer earlier. But now they came up with application layers, means what the data will be the applications will be whatever we required, that will be stored in a cloud, right? So we will give instructions to application in application layer, and automatically the application layer will process and it will check where it is available and it is download in your system. So it will go to the database layer wherever the data is there. Wherever the data is there, the application layer will go and will check what is the user is requesting, and from that database layer it will show to your output in presentation layer, right? We will see what is R1, R2 and R3 system in next sessions. So meanwhile, you try to understand what do you mean by presentation layer. Nothing but your GUI, we call it as a GUI, graphical user interface. Whatever screen you will have, that is called GUI. And after that application layer, I took one example, that's it. Don't go with this. We have application layer here is SAP. Okay, so in your mobile phones, it's an app store or Play Store. And database layer where actually the data is stored. So here up to 2015, let me go. Up to 2015. Okay, up to 2015. So here we have front end would be SAP GUI. What is GUI? GUI stands for graphical user interface. Okay, and backend system is, so backend system application is nothing but ERP. So till 2015, from 1972 or 73 onwards, till 2015, SAP has dependent on third-party databases. Like what are the databases? For example, Oracle, or DB2 database, or it may be a MS SQL. Right? SAP was SAP graphical user front end screen was GUI, nothing but whatever screens you are able to see, that we call it as an graphical user interfaces, right? And what is the application? SAP application it is. Okay, backend system. And what is the database? Where the entire data, whatever data we said, data processing. So where the data used to store till 2015, the data used to store either in Oracle database or DB2 database or MS SQL database or any other databases. But SAP doesn't have its own database till 2015. It was tenant, it was a tenant for other databases. SAP was. Clear? Any questions on this?
No, Naveen.
Yeah. In March 2015, so that version we used to call it as an 1503 version. So 15 is nothing but year and 3 is nothing but March. 15th March. So the version is known as 1503, SAP 1503. So here had its own database, came up with its own database. So the front end, no changes in the front end. It was SAP GUI. Okay, and the back end is also same, SAP ERP. But here SAP came up with its own database, SAP HANA database. What is HANA? high performance analytical appliance. So it's a own SAP database. So from 2015 onwards, SAP was not dependent. Still we are dependent. SAP is dependent. Okay, but still they are using other databases because of contract. Because all other databases, SAP is having a contract with them till 2025. Because of pandemic, it got extended again with other databases. So majority companies are migrated to S4 HANA database. Okay, but 70% still not yet migrated. So the time is there till 2028 to till 2030. So again, I'm telling you, reiterating, the scope on SAP across IT industry, across IT, whatever openings or job things are there. So that is very much more, 80% more in SAP when compared to other ERPs or other softwares till 2030. And after that also, it's going to be more and more. Okay, end user level, there would be a problem, but consulting level, it will be there anytime. Clear? So this is HANA database SAP. Any questions? Okay, in the same year, they have changed their front-end system also. November 2015. So we call it as a 1511. So SAP GUI is also, they kept SAP GUI. They came up with a new concept called SAP Fiori. Okay. Fiori. Anyone knows what do you mean by Fiori?
Like Fiori apps or Fiori
Yeah, it's a
tiles,
Fiori
we call it.
apps. See, earlier, before introduction of SAP Fiori, what is the major advantage with the Fiori app in the sense? See, again, normally we have thousands of transactions in SAP. If we are using SAP GUI, then we need to remember transaction codes. As per the module, as per your module, we need to use transaction code. Clear? There are thousands of transaction codes are there, SAP standard transaction codes. But when it comes to SAP Fiori, it's nothing but an application. Okay. So here, if you want, this is what is the other advantage with this SAP Fiori in the sense, we need not to remember any transaction codes. If your client is using SAP Fiori and you want to post an invoice, then you need not to type FB60 or Miro or whatever it is, MIRO or whatever it is. Just we need to type as an when supplier incoming invoice. Supplier incoming invoice. If you type in the search box, then it will open your MIRO screen, MIRO screen. Clear? Purchase order, if you type in search screen purchase order details of supplier, then it will show you your ME23N screen. So you need not to remember ME23N, MIRO, FB60 or whatever transactions. So here in Fiori apps, everything, it's called it as an tiles, Fiori tiles. Tile based concept in this. Tile based is nothing but you need not to remember anything, just you need to search, you need to click, mouse click. Clear? So that's the reason I was saying that once every company introduces SAP Fiori apps, then you can, as I'm saying that, end user jobs will be cut down. End user level jobs will be cut down. And because everything is a tile based, it would be damn easy when compared to ECC or GUI. If it is GUI in S4HANA, on S4HANA, we need to remember the transaction code. But when it comes to SAP Fiori apps, so it's a tile-based system. You don't have any transactions to remember. Just you need to just search and you need to click. However you are doing searching in what we call Google, whatever information you want. The same thing you can do in this Fiori apps. And what is the other advantage with the Fiori apps in the sense, earlier, if I want to do any report, if I want to see, then I should have a laptop. I should have a laptop, right? Then only I can view any SAP reports. But now, once introduction of this Fiori, SAP S4HANA, okay, wherever you are sitting, for example, you are traveling, right, in the flight, and nowadays we have our Wi-Fi, and at any point of time we will have. So at that particular place also, you can download your all SAP reports on your mobile phone. So in 2015 only, SAP, Apple will become a partner of SAP because of this. So majority organizations, they are preferring Apple or any other top Android phones, in the sense any SAP applications can be downloaded in mobile phone, not required any laptops. Any approval I want to do, any payment approval we want to do, but we don't have a laptop right at present. Then if you want to do it, it's an emergency, then definitely you can do with your mobile phone only, on your mobile phone only. So that is a major advantage with the Fiori apps. Still completely it's not done, but it's going to be phase by phase, it's going on. So after 2030, so almost all whatever companies are there, everyone will migrate it to this S4 HANA concept. It's a web-based application, Fiori. Only internet is there, anywhere you can download, that's it. See, earlier, what was that? If you want, you need to install SAP in your system. After that, you can do it. But when your Fiori concept came into the picture, then you don't require any SAP installation in your system to view reports and all those stuff. Only if internet is there, then we can do it. If you want if you want to do any approval, so SAP installation is not required. You can do, if internet is there, then you can do from your mobile phone or laptop or whatever it is. Clear?
Yeah,
So
Naveen.
SAP Fiori is a web-based application. Okay, you can write it as in Fiori apps. So SAP ERP converted into, now we are calling it as an S4 HANA Finance. Okay. So here, earlier, till here, we are going to call it as an FICO, two separate modules. As I said that FI is one module and CO is one module. Correct? You heard about it, right? FI is nothing but financial accounting. CO is nothing but controlling. Okay, or cost accounting. So whatever you call. But in S4 HANA, both the modules are merged and comes under finance. Clear? Now, normally people call it as an FICO, but it's now S4 HANA Finance. So what does it mean, S4 HANA Finance? In the sense, it will cover your finance module and as well as your controlling module. And there are majority modules are merged together. Clear, everyone? Any questions?
No, Naveen.
Right? So earlier it used to come up as an FI module separately and CO module separately. But when it comes to Fiori or S4 HANA, the separate modules are merged. FI module and CO module are merged. Okay. So here the database is same SAP HANA. Okay. Earlier, so everything will be stored. The database will be stored. You heard about it, right? Anyone knows Oracle or SQL? College is database management system. BCom. People have done their database management system. They have a SQL,
Yes.
Yes,
structure query language. You remember SQL? Over there, data, how the data will used to store? It will used to store in tables. Correct? So here also everything will be stored in tables only. Everything will be, data will be stored in the table only. Okay, columnar or row wise it used to store in SQL, DB2 and Oracle, right? In S4 SAP HANA also the data will be stored in the tables only, different tables only, but it would be a columnar table. It's not a row and column. It's not R into C. Here only a columnar table. I'll tell you what is the major advantage with the columnar table, how it works very fast. That we will see in future. But meanwhile, earlier in SAP FICO, the tables were different. FI module, the tables were different, and CO module, the tables were different. Means FI data used to stored in different tables and CO data used to stored in different tables. So there were number of tables. Clear? But when it merged in S4HANA, both the FI tables and CO tables are merged. Clear? So again, they came up with 16 March 2016. Okay, I'm just, so here there is no change in application. Front end system, there is no change. So just I'm writing here. So here, front end system. Okay, front end system presentation layer, there is no change in that. Okay. So here I'll just write it as an. Okay. So here application backend system, application layer becomes S4 HANA. Okay, S4 HANA enterprise. Enterprise management. So here backend system, we used to call it as an S4 HANA enterprise management. And what is the, so what is the thing is, so here simple finance and logistics. Clear? So what does it mean actually? Logistics. See, earlier S4 HANA, we have different modules like SAP FI is one module, CO is one module, MM is one module, SD is one module, PP is one module, HR is one module, right? Different modules were there, right? So first, when it came up with HANA database, the first module migrated from ECC to S4 HANA database is finance one. So that's the reason they used to call it as an S4 HANA database. So this is in 2015 November. So March 2016, what SAP has done is other modules, whatever other modules are there, out of 36 modules, only 2 modules were migrated to HANA database, that is finance and CO module. Okay, in 2016 March, other logistics module, whatever other modules are there, 34 modules, all modules are come up on S4 HANA database in 2016 March. Is this clear? Any questions?
Yeah, Naveen.
Clear? And the database was S4 HANA. S4 HANA database. As for 16 on 16, this is, we need to remember. Yes, we need to remember. What we need to remember, what is the difference between this one, HANA Enterprise, first modules, which modules are migrated? introduced in HANA database in the sense FI and CO modules, and they were separate earlier in ECC module, but when it is introduced on HANA database, it's merged. It's merged together. It's merged together, and we'll call it as a simple finance. And in March 2016, other logistics module, how many modules are there total? 36 modules. Out of 36 modules, only 2 modules are migrated on HANA database in 1511. Okay, and 1603 other logistics modules are migrated from ECC to HANA database. Clear, everyone? Any questions on this?
No, Naveen.
So Naveen, FI and CO was different, right? So 3 modules, I guess.
What? I didn't get you.
So FI and CO are different modules, right?
Earlier,
So
two modules,
two
right? FI,
and
CO.
logistic. 3
FI,
got moved.
CO is 2 modules, right?
Yeah.
Other logistics are nothing but other different modules. So total 36 modules were there. In that, 2 modules are migrated and merged together on HANA database. And other 34 modules are introduced, migrated in the year 2016 March. Clear, everyone?
So all 34 got migrated when, Naveen?
Yes.
In March?
Correct.
Okay.
2016.
Okay.
Okay. And these modules, I'll give you. The modules are classified into 3 different types. Functional modules. Okay, next one is functional module. Technical module. Technical modules. And web-based modules. Modules. So SAP entire modules are classified into 3 different categories: functional modules, technical modules, and web-based modules. Clear? Fine. So we will talk here in this. I have explained what are the different modules. One second. These are the versions. See here. Different modules. One is FI module, financial accounting, CO module, controlling, MM, material management, QM, quality management. I have taken few, not all 36. I have taken only few. That is WM, warehouse management, production and planning, project systems, sales and distribution, customer service, asset management, industry solutions, HR, human resources, and okay. Right, and here technical modules. Technical modules are nothing but ABAP. So SAP has developed in a programming language. Whatever screens you are looking, that is developed in backend. There is some programs will be written. So here our part would be here. See here, only the finance guys, accounting guys can have a more opportunities, and finance and controlling module. And when it comes to material management, any graduate can do it. That could be a BCom graduate, MCom, MBA, postgraduates, or engineering students can also do these modules according to their specializations. But finance and controlling module exclusively for commerce graduates. So at least if other people are coming, at least other graduates are coming, engineering graduates, at least they need to have 15 to 20% of accounting knowledge and cost and management accounting knowledge. Then only those people are eligible for this. So that's the reason this is a backbone. Okay. And for us, we can see more productive things in this particular area only. And the opportunities are also very much more when compared to other. I'll explain this also. The opportunities are very much more when compared to other modules. We will have more opportunities in finance and controlling module. Okay, whatever screens we are going to see in this 36 modules, that is developed in the backend, that is developed in ABAP programming language. What is ABAP? ABAP stands for Advanced Business Application Programming. Okay, so it is developed on, again, from where this particular language has been taken, in the sense, earlier IBM used to written program in a language called COBOL language, Common Business Oriented Language. That is completely a business language. So from that particular language, the ABAP language has programming languages developed. And most of the programming language is based on JavaScripts. So for this, to do ABAP programming, we should have a technical programming and logic knowledge. Clear? Compulsory, the person should be a BTech, computer science, or MCA or MTech. So the people who are having minimum C language knowledge, see, they can write C programming basics at least, then they are eligible to do this ABAP side. And basis is nothing but, this is also a technical model, basis, basic application software integrated solutions. So what does it mean? What is this is nothing but core. These persons, the people who is a basis consultants, those people doesn't require any sort of programming knowledge, nor a subject knowledge like finance and costing or management, whatever it is. That is not required for them. They need to have a complete hardware knowledge, networking side knowledge, right? System configuration knowledge, right? LAN and WAN connecting knowledge. So here, these people are considered as an basis consultants, completely hardware. So for example, once you join in an organization, the client side, okay, so probably majority are end users on SAP. So you will have your user IDs, SAP user IDs, right? So who will create those user IDs? The basis consultant will create. Who will maintain, complete the database? Basis consultant will maintain the database. Who will maintain the SAP servers? The basis consultant will maintain the SAP servers, right? So user access and everything will be given by these basis consultants only. And they don't require any programming knowledge nor subject knowledge. They require only the hardware knowledge, system knowledge. Then those people are eligible for this basis consultant. But when it comes to functional modules, yes, people don't require any sort of programming knowledge nor a logic knowledge. They don't require anything. We are not going to write any single line program or single step program in SAP, but we should have a subject knowledge on these particular areas. Finance area, CO, cost and management accounting area, right? Material, procurement knowledge we need to have, right? Quality check, quality knowledge we need. What are the standards we need to follow? That we need to have, like that. Clear? So our cup of tea is this side, functional side. So that's the reason we'll consider as a functional consultants. We'll consider it as a functional consultants. Is this clear, everyone? So again, web-based modules, we will come in the next level. Okay. Any questions on this? Anyone?
No, Naveen.
So when it comes to your web-based applications, technical modules we have seen. So here latest things we have with the web-based application, you have your CRM, nothing but customer relationship management. Okay, SRM. So these are the web-based. Supplier relationship management, SCM. Supply chain management. Right, FSCM. Financial supply chain management. SEM. Strategic enterprise management. EWM. Extending warehouse management. So we have number of web-based modules. Okay, product lifecycle management. So what does this? See, what is the web-based modules in the sense? See here, for example, I don't want, my company is very small. My company is very small. I don't want to buy complete SAP. So I'm dealing with only customer service. Clear? But I want to use SAP. I want to use SAP. Then instead of purchasing ERP, what I'll do, I'll go with the, instead of going functional models, I'll go with the web-based models. That is nothing but CRM. For small organization, SAP has developed these web-based modules. Clear? And I'm related with only the purchasing activity. Then instead of buying entire SAP, what we can do is we can purchase only the SRM module, supplier relationship model. Instead of complete procure to pay, I want to, instead of purchasing, I'm having a procurement activity. Clear? So instead of buying complete SAP ERP, spending the lakhs of or the crowds of rupees on SAP, I can buy one simple SRM. I'm using SAP, and as well as I'm using the web-based module called SRM module. Clear? So these are the different modules. Clear, everyone?
So the web-based modules was after 2015 only this got created,
Yes,
or
yes.
before?
With the latest version only.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So here, so when we, again, I'm going back. So here, these are the same functional modules and technical modules. So we saw that what is SAP? SAP stands for System Application Products. So why it is more powerful than any other this thing? Why SAP is more powerful than any other software? Yes.
Hello. I
Hello.
guess, yeah, hi, sir.
Why SAP is more powerful software when compared to other? In the sense, as we discuss integration, right? So here, when it comes to SAP, it's more integrated software. We have so many modules as we discussed. For example, so we have FI module, financial accounting module. FI module is having sub-modules, right? AP, GL, AR module. Okay. And these modules are connected to different modules. Material management module, asset accounting module, SD module. Okay. So I'm talking something about integration part. So PP, production and planning module. So here you can see here in FI module, these are the sub modules here. These are the sub modules. So we have again HR module, okay, and here FI we have CO module. So how data will flow in between each module in the sense, so the data will flow from GL to FI. What kind of data it will follow? So what it will flow in GL account, we will, what kind of data it will flow from GL to FI in the sense, it could be a balance sheet data or it could be a profit and loss account data. So whatever data we are going to prepare, that will flow from GL to FI, right? So there would be an integration, right? What kind of data it will flow? Either balance sheet data and as well as profit and loss account data. Clear? When it comes to CO, only the profit and loss account data will move. Okay. See here. From GL, what kind of data will move in the sense? See here, the simple. From FI to, what kind of data will flow? What kind of data will move from FI to CO? Only expense and income data will flow from FI to CO module. So that's the reason we call it as a controlling, cost and management accounting. So balance sheet data will not flow from FI to CO. What kind of data it will flow? Only expense and income data. So expense, we call it in FI, we call it as an expense, where when it comes to CO, we call it as an cost. And income in FI model, we call it as an income, and in CO model, we are going to call it as an revenue. Clear? What kind of data will flow from FI to CO? Quick.
Income and expenses.
Only profit and loss account data will flow from FI to CO, not balance sheet data, because CO module will not deal with any assets and liabilities. It's going to deal only with cost and revenues or income and expenditure. That's it. Clear, everyone? Okay. So in bachelor's degree, we have a cost and management accounting. Do you have ever saw in any balance sheet or assets and liabilities in those two subjects? Only financial accounting, we will have balance sheet, assets and liabilities things. In control, cost and management, we will have only the P and cost and revenue things. See here, what is the difference between financial accounting and cost and management accounting? What is the difference? Any idea? Any guesses? What is the difference between financial accounting and cost and management accounting or cost accounting? See, whatever reports we generate, we prepare in financial accounting, that is for internal purpose and external purpose. Means whatever trial balance we prepare, whatever trading profit and loss account we prepare, whatever balance sheets we prepare. So that is for internal purpose and as well as external purpose. Why external purpose? For example, you want to apply a bank loan for your organization, your business. So they will ask for documentation. So what kind of documentation they will ask? Last 3 years, your profit and losses statements. Last 3 years, your balance sheet statement. Even though bank is an external party, they are interested to know how our business is performing. Why? So what extent they can give the loans to us. Clear? So whatever reports we prepare in FI part, financial part, so financial part, that is for internal purpose and as well as external purpose. That is called financial accounting. Then what do you mean by your cost and management accounting? Whatever reports we are going to generate, that is exclusively for internal purpose, not for external purpose. Not for external. So whatever reports, cost sheet reports, job sheet reports, ratio analysis, funds flow, cash flow, whatever reports we are going to generate in this cost and management accounting, that will be only for internal purpose. On the base of this, we are going to take our planning. Clear? So we won't reveal our cost. What is the product cost in the sense? What is the difference between cost and price? What is the difference between cost and price?
So the amount we utilize to produce a product.
Correct.
It is
To
the
produce a
cost.
product, whatever amount the producer spends, that is called cost. And will he sell at the same price?
No, we will add some extra
Profit,
amount to it for
right?
profit.
Some profit. Cost plus profit equals to price. Cost plus profit equals to price. So if the producer will reveal the price of the product, not cost of the product. Yes or no? Right? Okay. So that's the reason cost and management accounting will always talks about cost and revenue. SAP also same. Controlling module talks about only cost and revenues. Cost and revenues only. It won't talk about any assets and liabilities. Clear, everyone? So again and again, we are going to reiterate. Maybe this is the little literature part. Okay. So again, AP accounts payable. AP is nothing but. So in AP module, what are the things we will maintain in AP module? In accounts payable, what kind of data we will maintain? Hello? Vendor master data.
Payments to, yeah.
Vendor master data, right? In AP model. And those when we will create vendors in AP, and that will GL module, we will have a reconciliation accounts. The reconciliation account, GL accounts, will be linked to vendor masters. As we call it as in trade payables, trade receivables. Now we are no more calling them as in sundry creditor and sundry debtor. We are calling them as in trade payables as a sundry debtor, sundry creditor, and trade receivable as a sundry debtor. Right? Earlier we used to call it as in sundry debtors and sundry creditors. But now we are no more calling them as in sundry debtors and sundry creditors. So accounts payables are, we call it as in now trade payables. Accounts payables are nothing but trade payables. Accounts receivables are nothing but trade receivables. Is this clear? Right? So here you can write it as in trade payables. So trade payables. As per the accounting principles, now it's changed. Okay. Right? So we are going to call them as an, earlier we used to call it as sundry creditors. Now we are no more calling them as in sundry creditors. We are going to call them as an trade payables. In opposite way, AR data, customer data. Customers. So here it is. What we are going to call them instead of sundry debtors?
Trade receivables.
Trade receivables. Perfect. Trade receivables. What we are going to discuss in AP module? What we are going to discuss? So initially we are going to discuss non-inventory based purchases. Non-inventory. Initially we will discuss non-inventory based purchases like advertisement, right? Consulting charges. So non-inventory stock will not involve initially. So those non-inventory based purchases we will talk in AP module, accounts payable module. Clear? And same time, right? Here we are going to talk non-inventory based sales. So stock will not involve. Non-inventory based sales. AP module. Okay. Non-inventory based sales in AR module. So we are not going to stock initially this one. So here when it comes to here MM will be integrated. MM will be integrated to material management. MM stands for material. Here material management, the vendors will be created under material management, and that data will be transferred from MM to AP module. Okay. And here we are going to talk about inventory based purchases. Inventory based purchases, and some data will move from MM to GL. The same data will move from MM to GL. Okay, here we will talk about inventory based purchases. MM is nothing but material. See here, transaction codes FB60 and the transaction code which starts with F, FB60, right? F110, right? So F stands for nothing but finance, and the transaction code which starts with M, Myro, ME23N, okay, MR11. So which is nothing but M stands for material management. The transaction code which used in material management will start with M, and the transaction codes which used in finance, that will be starts with F, starts with F, letter F. So here in MM module we are going to talk something about all the material purchases. Clear? Any questions still here? Yes, no?
No, Naveen.
I know it's little theory, but still. So here, the data will move from AR to GL and SD to AR, customer data master, and from here to integration with SD to AR. So we are going to do first AP module, first GL module we will do in our syllabus. After that we will do AP module, and from there AP to MM integration we are going to see, and from GL AR module we will do, and after that SD module, and we will see the integration. Okay. So when it comes to next, we are going to do with asset accounting. Asset will be connected to all the modules. It will be connected. GL module, it's going to be connected to your AP module. So because asset purchases will be linked to AP module, and next one, asset sales will be linked to AR module. Clear? Okay, all the assets, what are the things? Plant and furniture, machinery, all it, the data will flow to GL module. Any questions? So whatever modules we will update in the data, so everything will be updated centrally in GL module. That's the reason all the reporting will be generated from GL module itself. So that is the backbone, right? And the same way, asset accounting will integrate it to MM module and as well as SD module. Okay. Production and planning. PP module is nothing but production and planning. So how it is produced to purchase the raw material. Okay, so it is linked to consumption of material, raw material, and it will applicable to link it to SD module and as well as an asset module. So this is the integration happens in SAP. Okay, consumption of raw material, we are going to talk. Production and consumption of raw material. Okay. So the employee details will be maintained in HR and that will be linked to GL module. So all the integrations we are going to see like this. Means whatever integration now I am showing here orally, that we are going to do practically this integrations, all the modules. So these are the modules, even though ours is only FICO, finance and controlling, or finance, but we are going to see all these modules. In this FI submodules are GL, AP, AR, asset accounting. Okay, and additional modules what we are going to cover is MM module we are going to cover, as I said, production planning module we are going to cover, SD module we are going to cover, and HR module. Because all the integration I'll show you in real time what happens once you hit the floor. If you are in implementation project, then the basic configuration you need to do and basic integration you need to do. Clear, everyone? So that's the reason I'm just showing this particular integration. I know it's like looks like something weird initially, but I want to show you what are the things we are going to cover in near future. Any questions on this?
Nothing from my end, Naveen.
Yes, please go ahead.
Got it. No, I don't have any question.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. So here I'll just come up with our slides now. Just I would like to explain. So here, as we know that these are the different ERPs we have. Different ERPs we already discussed. So here in the 1972, how SAP came into the picture in the sense, in year 1972, initial name, the first name of SAP was System Analysis and Program Development. System Analysis and Program Development, SAPD. SAPD, the first name of SAP was SAPD. Okay, and there was only one client. As I said that it was first, this particular project was taken in the year 1964 by IBM people, IBM company. Okay, they want to develop this particular Imperial Chemical client industry wants one particular software on payroll. They want a ERP on a payroll. So they have given the project to IBM. So IBM have taken services of these 5 people, like Dietmar Hope, Hans van Hector, Wellenrother, Shearer, and Plattner. So these people were engaged in development of payroll ERP for this particular client. Here, this particular client. After in the year 1970, SAP, IBM doesn't want to continue to develop this particular software, payroll software for this particular client. And they want to withdraw, but still these 5 people resigned the organization. The 5 people resigned the organization. They came out and they approached this chemical company and they said that they will develop the program on payroll and accounting. So the complete end-to-end payroll and accounting they want to develop. And the company has given this project to them, these 5 people. So in the initially in the year 1972, they have started the work and they have given their company name as an SAPD. That is nothing but System Analysis and Program Development. Okay, and how they used to do is initially IBM used to do manually. IBM manually maintains the database, but there is no. They used to maintain a punching machine and this one punch cards. Here you can see. So they came up with these 5 people came up with a new ideology. Instead of maintaining on a database and punch cards mechanically, Okay, they started storing it locally in electronic systems. So probably you heard about floppy disks, CD drives, compact disks. Do you know that? Do you heard about it?
Yeah, Naveen.
Yeah, this particular people only came up with this technology. Earlier, they used to store in punch cards. If they want to retrieve the data, then it's a very challenging one. And these five people came up with a mechanical electronic system, right? They used to store in database like floppy disks. Okay, so database for all activities of the organization. Therefore, they called their software is a real-time system. Means whenever I can insert floppy disk, wherever the data is there in the floppy, if I insert that floppy in the system, immediately I can get the information instead of checking manually one after the other. So they came up with the real-time system. What do you mean by real-time system? For example, if you want to check your bank balance, what you will do? What we will do now? If I want to check our bank balances,
So we'll open the app or
any
we
app,
can
we
use
will
the
just GPay, PhonePe, whatever app is there, we will check it. So that is called a real-time data. Earlier, for example, if you used to deposit an amount in the bank, okay, if you deposit a check in the bank, it used to take 2 to 3 days time. Whether you remember it or not, long back, if you deposit a check, that's the reason BRS chapter was there. Checks deposited but not credited, checks issued not presented for payment. It used to take 3 to 4 days time. It was not real time. Okay, so the first real-time concept came into the picture in the year 1972 by these five gentlemen. Earlier, there was no concept called real-time concept across the globe. Not in India, I'm talking. Across the globe, there was no real-time concept. The real-time concept came into the picture in the year 1972 by this SAPD people. Okay, and it was known as R1 system. They have given the system as an R1 system. Okay, what is R1? Here I'll tell you and I'll explain next. R1 is nothing but real-time one layer system. R stands for real, 1 stands for single tier or single layer. Okay, and after that they develop to R2, R3. So what is R1, R2, R3? I'll explain in the next slides. See, what is R1 in the sense? Single tier. As I said that SAP R1. Single tier means standalone system. Standalone system. What is standalone system? In the sense, it's in their 1972. In the early 80s, they have released what is R1 system. R1 system in the sense, for example, you can see here. As I said that how many layers we'll have in SAP or any other database, any programming thing. How many layers we will have? How many layers we will have? Front-end system, back-end system, and database. These are the 3 layers. Understood? For example, in your system, in your laptop, in your personal laptop, you have a resume. You have a resume in your laptop, personal laptop. Unfortunately, you don't have a connection. You don't have an internet connection in your laptop or system. There is no Wi-Fi, nothing. And I am staying at my place 20-30 kilometers away from your place, and I want to see your resume, right? I want to see your resume. So where is the GUI? Where is, how can I see on the monitor? Yeah, how can I saw your GUI? Where is the GUI? Means that's nothing but screen. Where is the screen?
it is with you.
It's not with me. I want to see resume is in your laptop.
Okay.
Okay, the resume is in your laptop or your desktop, but for you there is no internet connection. There is no internet connection for you. So, but I want to see your resume and I want to do some modifications. And I'm away 20 kilometers. So your screen is with you. And where is your resume? That is in your hard disk. That is nothing but your database. Correct?
So if there is no internet connection, we cannot access it, right?
So what I need to do, I need to do only one thing, that I can come to your place and I can view it, or you can come to my place then I can view it. Is there any other way?
No.
No, right? So earlier in the year 1972, R1 is nothing but the database layer, application layer, and the presentation layer. All are at one place. All, even though we can get real-time information, but when we can get the real-time information, okay, when we can get the real-time information, when we'll go to that particular place and all the GUI, okay, your presentation layer, your application layer and database layer are at one place. Okay, they have developed R1 system in the year 1972, but it is absolutely a failure software, failure system. Why? In the sense they have developed all database layer, presentation layer, and application layers are at one place, and they have developed only for one currency and one country. That particular payroll software is useful only for Germany, and that is only useful for Euro currency, German currency. It is not used to support for any other currencies. It's not for global currency. So that's the reason we call it as an R1. Real time, but only one tier. One tier in the sense all are at one place. All are at one place. So that's the reason we used to call them as an R1 system. And they came up after that in the year late 1980s. So in the 80s, they have released one more version called R2 version. It is nothing but a mainframes version. It is a mainframe architecture, and keeping in mind it's a multinational customers. So this particular software, this particular system is more successful when compared to R1 system. So they came up with multi-currencies and multi-countries. This particular system supports multiple countries and multiple currencies and multiple languages. Clear? They came up with, in the year 1980, they came up with R2 concept. R is nothing but, again, it's a real time, no change in that. But here, two tier. What do you mean by two tier or two layer? In the sense, you can see here. So they have separated presentation layer from database layer and application layer. So what they did is they have separated presentation layer, nothing but your GUI is separated from the database layer and application layer. So what database layer and application layers are at one place, the systems are another places. Means LAN connection or WAN connection came into the existence from this particular year, 1980s onwards. LAN, local area network, wide area network, metro area network came into the picture. But here, what is happening? So for example, A is in Hyderabad, B is in Bombay, C in Calcutta. So they are all connected to one database and one application layer. Through metro WAN or LAN or MAN, they have connected to one database layer and one application. Okay, so this concept, we call it as a client server concept. So these three are clients, and here it is a server. This is called a server. Client server concept came into the picture in the year 1980, the first time. So here, what is happening here? What is happening here in the sense, for example, there is a time sharing ratio. There is a time sharing ratio here. So what does it mean? For example, client A wants the same information. Client B wants same information. Client C also want the same information. From there, they need to get from this data, one database and one application layer. Clear? So here, the time was scheduled for this system, this client. First minute for this client, second minute for this client, third minute for this client. So here, client 3 need to wait for his turnaround time. Once client 1, 3 are applied for one particular information. So first it will come to first client. After that, it will come to second client. And after that, it comes to third client. Right? So time sharing concept, because there was a burden. So earlier, probably university results or any other results used to given on online. Right? Earlier, long back, I'm telling you. So whenever we want to search our internet, server busy, server issue. Do you ever face that issues? Server down, server crashed. Hello?
Yeah, yes, Naveen.
Why? Because there was the database and application layer at one place. So we are different clients, different places, different customers are wants that particular data from this particular database. So everyone are applying. So that's the reason the traffic will be more at that particular point of time. So database doesn't understand to which client it need to release, right? As per the time, first it will go to this client, this client. So till it reaches you, it may take a lot of time. So that was the little failure in R2. So R2 is more successive than R1. They came up with client server concept, first thing. Okay, what is they have separated? Presentation layer they have separated, and database layer and application layer at one place only. And they came up with multi-currencies, multi-countries, and multiple languages, global currencies, global countries, okay, global languages. So this is little popular version. So in the year 90s, they released another version. They came up with R3 version. Even they have client server concept, as I said, that from mainframes computing, the 3-tier architecture of database, okay, application and user interface. Okay, so what does this mean? What does it mean in the sense? They have separated application layer from the database layer. Right? Earlier, the application layer and the database layer is at one place. But in R3 system, database layer is a different place. Application layers are a different place. Presentation layers are a different place. So what does it mean? So whenever the users wants information, directly it will not go to the database layer. It will comes to the presentation, so application layer. So what I said, the earlier thing, you have your mobile phone, you want to download some WhatsApp in your mobile, and same time even I want to download WhatsApp in my mobile. Both are using Android, for example, right? What you will do, you will open your Play Store, I'll open my Play Store. So these are Play Stores are nothing but application layers, right? According to your memory, your RAM capacity, the process will be performed. Clear? So, but there is no time lag in this particular R3 system. Clear? R3 system is more successful system. The real-time concept came into the picture 100% with the introduction of the R3. Means the speed is increased. You need not to depend on thing. If you type in your Google what information you want, you will type it immediately. The application, what is Google application will search. It will search for the database where we can get the data, and the same data will pick and it will show on your GUI, on your presentation layer. So that is called R3 concept. Clear, everyone? R1, R2, R3. R1 is in the year 1970. You need not to remember the years. Don't worry, but try to understand R1. R1 is nothing but one layer in this, nothing but whatever layers we are calling, one tier, whatever layers we are calling presentation layer, application layer, database layer, all are at one place. So if you want to view, then we need to go to that place and we can view it, or else no. And in the year 1980s, they came up with R2 system. In R2 system, what was the thing is they came up with multiple languages, multiple currencies, okay, multi-countries. So this particular payroll accounting software used to support multiple languages, multiple currencies across the globe, multiple countries, right? Not only Germany. And what the major advantage here is, the data, the presentation layer is separated from application layer and with the database layer. So we can give instructions. Now we need not to go to that place. We can give the instructions by sitting our home, but we need to wait till it responds, the server responds. That was the issue. And in the year 90s, the SAPD people came up with new thing that is nothing but 3-tier architecture. That is R3, real-time 3-tier architecture. What they have done, the major thing is they separated application layer with the database layer. So application layer will receive the things fast, okay, and it will search in the database immediately and will throw the output immediately. It won't fetch a lot of time like R2. So this is called R3 system. Understood, everyone? Any questions on this? R1, R2, R3? Yes, no.
No, Naveen.
So here we were talking about versions. Here we were talking about versions. R1, R2, R3 in the years I have mentioned. Last time also we discussed, as I said, that 15, 11. Okay, these are the different versions. 2109, and now this is the latest version, 2109, 2209. 2209 should be released, but not yet released because there are some bugs are there in 2209. The software is completely developed, but they are not released yet. So it's going to release with the version name as in 2207 only. Okay, so here SAP R3 release starts with version 1. It's not required all those stuff. So each license, ECC license, each system, if you want, you are selected for one organization. So they want access for you. So how much they need to pay for one access, in the sense license cost is 91,000 per system. 91,000 per license or per system, whatever you call SAP software. If I'm having 10 members, then 9,10,000. If I'm having 100 members in my organization, I need to take all the licenses for them. So that much expensive SAP is.
This is the present cost, Naveen?
This is a present only. I'll change the whatever details are there. I'll change immediately whenever things get changed.
Okay,
Clear?
Naveen.
Yeah. So we have seen what are the different modules here. Okay. So first of all, I would like to show you different projects. We'll talk in the next week option. Okay, I would like to show you. I think I have shown you this one also. See here. What are the different roles if you are selected as a consultant in one particular project? Okay, there are different projects are there. For example, you are attended the sessions and you have cracked the interview. So where you can see yourself in this particular roles, in the sense, initially we will call it as a member in documentation team. Okay, and or member in support team, member in training team. Any organization will have this particular structure. Any organization in SAP. Okay. It's not only FICO, it could be MM, it could be PP, it could be SD, or any consulting role, we will find the same thing. Member in training team, member in testing team, member in consultant team, members in process design team member, team lead, integration manager, project lead, solution architect, and project manager. So these are the roles here. And when it comes to designations, so positions, whatever you are, so whatever positions still here, till team member. So this process, we call it as an associate consultant. Associate consultant, again, we have next level is senior consultant, next level lead consultant, next project manager, program manager, delivery manager, practice manager, practice head. Understood this? So these are, so probably once you hit, you are not keeping any experience, domain experience also, and you are considering it as a fresher, then probably you will get it as an associate consultant. For example, you are changing your profile as 5-6 years of experience, then probably you'll get it as a lead consultant or senior consultant. Right? These are the standard again. These are the standard across SAP site. Positions in any SAP consulting organization. Clear? Any questions? Anyone have a questions over here?
No, Naveen.
Okay. So what we will do is we'll stop here itself for today. I know it's overdose or something. And tomorrow we will continue with the interesting how to do certification and what are the different certifications we have. And we will pitch into the subject part tomorrow. We'll see what are the different projects will be there. Clear? Yeah, any questions as of now? Anyone?
So, Naveen, if you don't mind, so what is the initial package they are giving for the
See, that's
fresher?
if you are a fresher, You're
Yeah.
not keeping any sort of domain experience nor any other experiences. Minimum, it starts with fresher, I'm telling you, as become completed and campus recruitment. Minimum, it starts with 4.5 lakhs. Minimum. Or you are having, for example, 4 or 5 years of domain experience, and we are changing 2 years as an SAP consulting experience. Okay, whatever current pack, what is your current package? For example, if a current package is 3 lakhs or 4 lakhs, so on that, at least minimum 70 to 80% you can increase. 70 to 80%. And few people got 120% also in this what we call COVID time. 120% hikes also we will get it, because you are into what we call not into IT, right? Yours is non-IT as of now. So IT salaries are something initially we can crack. See, what is the advantage and disadvantage with IT in the sense, for example, whatever current position you have, current salary you are having, okay, you are moving from non-IT to IT, then definitely for your role, you can find at least 80% hike. Okay, and you got a job in, for example, one XYZ company as a SAP senior consultant. Okay, senior consultant. But and you are working for that particular company 1 year. So hardly what would be the hike in the current organization is, they see at the time of joining only we can hit maximum salary. But once we join, so every appraisal, it will be in single digits only. It will be single digit. So that's the reason in IT sector, what happens is number of people will not stick to one company. Hardly they will work for 2 years and they will try to pitch in. Hardly, that is hardly I'm saying. Even people work for 1 year and they will try to jump for other organization. Because for hike, if they pitch into other organization, they will get minimum 50 to 60% hike. If I stick for this particular company, maybe I'll get the designation, but may not get the salary. I'll get hardly 7 or maximum 9% hike. So that is the only drawback in IT sector. Initially, we can get something like, that's what I'm saying. In our organization, people whose last drawn was 8 lakhs, they are drawing now. I'm talking something about April, last April, which I saw the payroll, their last draw was around 8 lakhs. Their CTC was 8 lakhs, and they got offer in our organization of with 21 lakhs. 21 lakhs, 13 lakhs straight away, more than 130%. So that is there. Initial level, not initial level, once you are jumping from non-IT to IT, so you can't even imagine what would be your salary. So if your current organization, you are getting some 4 lakhs in the same thing, if you go to other organization, probably you'll get 20-25% hike. Same role or next level role, 20-25% hike in here. But if you move from non-IT to IT or straight away jumping, then I'm telling you, right, if your package is 9 or 10 lakhs, then probably you'll get 100% hike. But you are less than that also, then you can expect around 120-130. It again depends upon your negotiate with your HR. Clear?
Yeah, Naveen.
Yeah. So salary for the IT sector, for salary, sky is the limit. That I can assure you that. Sky is the limit. There is no limit. You can cross, you can crack like anything. Same position, one person with your designation only, probably he may get 25 lakhs also. It again depends upon negotiations. Because as I said that, the people will not stick to one particular organization. They'll try to jump within a year or 1 year or 1.5 years. They'll try to change the organizations. Because they know pretty well that if I stick for one organization initially, I won't financially, I won't get that much benefit. We won't get that much benefit in IT sector. Maximum people will try to jump. If people are sticking to the company, in the one company in the sense, they will look for comfort zone. They'll be in comfort zone. Why unnecessary taking risk? However, I'm getting good salary, so I'll continue here itself, because there will not be any pressure, a kind of thing in IT sector. That is the one thing. Any questions? Okay, so tomorrow we will have same time at 2:30, and we'll continue tomorrow, because I know today it would be a little dry part, but tomorrow it would be interesting. So definitely we'll start the things in tomorrow's session. Okay.
Okay, Naveen.
Yeah. Thank you
Thank
all.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye all.
Bye, sir.
Bye bye.
Yeah, bye. Thank you.
Thank you.